Hello, everybody. This is Chris Van Grohl, and this is going to be our first session in our Sitecore Search series. This is meant as an introduction to Sitecore Search. If you're looking for something that is going to do a deeper dive or show more of the intricacies or the edge cases for Sitecore Search, you might want to. This might not be of help, but if you're looking for a general landscape of what Sitecore Search is and what it can do, this may be helpful. So let's get started. I'm going to start by going over the requirements. I'm going to implement a Sitecore Search solution on our company website. And let's just take a look at the requirements. I'm going to create this search page. It's going to look like this. We're going to have the results are going to be a bunch of cards, each one representing a page. And the user will be able to filter them on the left here based off of if they're content, if they're our work, or their insights. There's also going to be pagination, so the user can go back and forth and page through, and there's also going to be a search input box here. So the crawler is going to actually go into the content of each page, and then you can search for, it will return the most relevant pages according to whichever query you put in the input box. Okay, so let's get started here. There's a lot to go through here. We are just going to go over the relevant parts for this use case, and that should give you a general idea of what it's about and how to implement Sitecore Search. Okay, so we're going to start by going down to the gear icon, domain settings, and then attributes. And here are all the different attributes that we can crawl for. And then I want to show you the other important part here. You go to sources, and you can see our two crawlers here. So these are the crawlers, and both are crawling the company website. And then finally, here is all of the index content, and this is the result of what the crawler found. Okay, so let's look back at the requirements for a second. So we need to categorize the pages in one of these three categories: content, our work, insights. And I'm just going to go into the content tree for a second, and here are the templates. I'll show you here, and this is the head of the document, and you can see here that meta property AQ type is the layout Sitecore route template name. Okay, and so essentially this AQ type property are the different page types that we have on the website, and those can be case study page, insight page, not that one, pillar page, podcast page, secondary page, tertiary page, etc. So we need to put these into three categories: content, our work, and insights. And so let's first of all, we're going to create a new attribute. So to create a facet for that. Okay, so I'm going to go down to the gear icon. We're going to go back into attributes. Okay, and I've already have it. I'm going to add another one, but not save it. Essentially, you would entity. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure the purpose of that. You give it a display name. You give it an attribute. We're just going to put test in for now. And the big thing here is you want it to return it in the API response. And we also want it to be a facet. Where does it give me the option for that? Data type. It needs a data type. Be a string. And think is it used for features, and we want to use it as a facet in a filter. If you're wondering what a facet is just so you can see here for this this search result, for this search solution, these are the facets, categories of facets, and these are all the values. Okay, so our facets is going to be called page category. I already have it made. I just did this for demonstration purposes. I have page category down here, and you can see here where it's going to be a string returned in the API response, and we have it as a facet. Okay, so that's that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go here, and I'm going to use the crawler that already exists, but I'm just going to make one just for now. You can see, I can give it a description, and I'm looking for a web crawler, because we're going to feed it a sitemap, and it will crawl that the site based off of the sitemap. But I don't want to create another one. I'm going to use the one that we already have. So you can see there's our trigger. It is triggered by this sitemap right here. Okay, so this is what it's going to be crawling. And the document extractor, this is the part that we're going to have to edit. So we are, right now, it is crawling the site, and it is, these are the different attributes that we have already. Some of them are facets, but these are different attributes we have: type, description, ID, name, subtitle, slug, tags, etc. And it's going into the head of the document, and it's finding the meta property in this case, and it's assigning the value to that attribute. So we have a new one. It's called page category. And what I want to do is, I'm thinking here are the page types, and so our work is going to be it's called a case study page. So our work is going to be a case study page, and this is going to be a case study page. Insights is going to be insight page, easy enough. And the content is going to be the catch-all one, but I don't want all of it. I just want it. I don't want like a secondary page that's going to be like the contact us or the careers, etc. I don't think I want that in our search results. So it's going to be a white paper page, a tertiary page, a podcast page, a pillar page. That's it. So those 4. Okay, so content will be those other 4. This might be a lot to absorb right now, but hopefully it makes more sense as we go and implement it. Okay, so we are back in the crawler, and I'm going to have to, we are going to go ahead and edit this. So we're going to call this, we have constant, and the page type is this thing. So we already have that for us. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a switch statement. All right, so we're going to call that page category. And switch type. Okay, so if it's a insight page, and we want it to be insights. And we want that because that's the value we see here, insights, and the next one's artwork and content. Okay, so that's the first one. Break, okay, and then the next one would be the case study page, I believe. Case study page. And then page category would be our work. And then I'm just going to copy this and then I'm going to break it. Actually, break. And then the next one is going to be, let's look at the page types we have. White paper page. We want to pick those up. That's just going to be content. White paper per page, and then we will assign that content. Next one would be a tertiary page. White paper should not have a space in it. Tertiary, did I spell that right? I believe so. And it's also going to be content. I believe the next one would be a pillar page. And that's also going to be content. And I think we have a podcast page. We have a podcast page and we want to omit a secondary page. Okay. Okay. The podcast page would be the last one. Okay. And then default would be page category equals empty string. I'm not sure how it's going to handle that empty string. If it's going to, okay, we'll see. Okay, and then we are going to, so we're going to return, and this is the attribute is called page category. And that is going to equal page category. Would have made more sense to camel case that, but whatever. Okay. Okay, so page category is page category. Okay, so essentially we grouped insight page is going to be an insights in the insights filter. Case study page is going to be an our work filter. And then we grouped the white paper, tertiary, pillar, and podcast is in content. And then, yeah, we're going to omit the rest of them. Okay, I'm going to save. Okay, and I'm going to publish this. And then what I need to do now what I need to do now is go to the crawler. Here's my crawler. And we are going to do this, and we are going to, when you need to publish, okay, we need to publish or revert your changes. Okay. We did publish that, did we not? Okay, so I published the changes I just made to that trigger. And now I'm going to recrawl and reindex. Okay, and then what it's going to do is it's going to go in each of the pages. It's going to find this meta tag, AQ type, and then it's going to assign that value to the page category attribute. All right, so I am going to source queued for indexing. This takes a couple minutes, so I'm going to shut off the camera and I will turn it back on in a few minutes. All right, we're back. I did have an error in my crawler. I accidentally used, in that switch statement, I used type instead of page type. So anyways, I had to run it twice. At any rate, here we are. So we are in the content collection, and here we can see our indexed items. And now you can see we're going to go into our agency queue crawler. And from here, we have page category now. And within page category, we have 3 different categories now. So there's 93 total items found with searchable attributes. And if we apply content, we have 17 that were marked as content. We have insights, 48 insight pages. And we have 16 that are our work pages. All right, so that's it for this session. In our next session, we are going to be jumping to the React side and implementing the widget using these indexed items.